It's almost September. You've got all these green tomatoes on. You've got lots of blossoms. What are you going to do so that you ensure you have the maximum harvest of beautiful ripe fruit this season? Here is the key thing. You're actually going to prune them back, and that will do one main thing that has two different functions. So that main thing that's happening, this plant is no longer going to put its energy into its vegetative leafy growth. It's not going to be making any more flowers. It's going to be maturing the fruit it already has on. Fun fact, it takes at least 40 days for a tomato flower to turn into a fruit, depending on whether it's a cherry, a big slicer, a little more time, less time, but it takes a while. So at some point in the season, certainly September, you want to take the tops back, and you can do that either with these handy little snips. And what I do here, I look for an outer branch. Here's a lovely flower, here's another lovely flower. I'm going to cut it all the way back to where there's a lovely green cluster of fruit. And that way, not only have I cut off this fruiting, this vegetative growth, and helped the plant encourage its fruiting, there's more sunlight that's going to be hitting this fruit and all the fruit beneath it. And that direct sunlight will help infinitely to ripen that fruit that much more as well. So there you have it, friends, and don't hesitate, whether it's snips or garden shears, if you have more than a few plants. Feel free to start slow so that you get a sense of where they are, but you can also just go along. They really aren't too picky, and it feels a little brutal at first. I'm totally there with you. When I first learned how to do this, I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. They're these big, happy, beautiful plants, but you'll be harvesting that much more fruit as a result. So just dive in. And if you can pick a day like today where the sun is shining and there's a lovely breeze, it's really warm, that's all the better, because you're creating all of these wounds on your succulent tomato plants. And if they can dry down, the quicker the better. And especially if it can happen within an hour or two, which it will on a day like today, there's very little chance that any secondary diseases will develop. So good luck. May all your green tomatoes ripen by the end of the season, my friends. It won't happen, but maybe a few more will.